Satoru Gojo. Gojo's protectiveness would be a defining pillar of your relationship with him, combining his absolute power as the strongest with a deeply hidden, intense fear of loss. The infinity barrier. As his girlfriend, you are the only person that he consistently allows within his limitless infinity. Constant vigilance. Using his 6 eyes, Gojo can perceive threats from miles away, so you'd never have to worry about a surprise attack as he'd neutralize the danger before you even realize it exists. Ultimate deterrent. Gojo's reputation alone keeps most powerful curses at bay. Any threat bold enough to target you would face the full force of Hollow Purple or his domain expansion. Deep fear of loss. Gojo is a man defined by the people he couldn't save, specifically Riko Amanai and Suguru Geto. This trauma makes him fiercely, almost desperately protective of those that he loves, as he's terrified of repeating the same mistake twice. PDA. Gojo is a man who is very open about your relationship. When the two of you are out and about together, he constantly keeps an arm around you, showing you off, expressing affection, and subtly signaling to the world that you're under his absolute protection. Megumi Fushiguro. Megumi's protectiveness of you as your boyfriend is intense, deeply rooted in his personal sense of justice and his history of prioritizing good people at all costs. The Shadow Guardian. Using his 10 Shadows technique, Megumi leaves a Shikigami, such as Divine Dog, hidden in your shadow to watch over you when he isn't physically present. Practical defense. Megumi doesn't believe in just shielding you. He values strong character, so he'd ask Maki to help train you in self-defense and/or cursed weapons so that you can protect yourself when he isn't there. Selective morality. With you being his girlfriend, you are automatically at the top of Megumi's priority list, and he'd have zero qualms using lethal force against anyone who threatens you. Quiet vigilance. Megumi is stoic and doesn't talk much, but he'd act like a bodyguard, often walking slightly behind you to keep an eye on your surroundings. Check-ins. Expect frequent texts where he asks where you are or for photos as evidence of your safety if he senses any potential danger in the area. Yuji Itadori. Yuji Itadori is exceptionally protective of you. This trait manifests through deep selflessness and emotional vigilance rather than controlling behavior. His protectiveness is rooted in his core philosophy of ensuring everyone receives a proper death, as well as his intense desire to prevent his loved ones from suffering. Self-sacrificial nature. Yuji consistently prioritizes the well-being of others above his own. As your boyfriend, he'll absorb any physical or emotional blows to shield you, often placing your needs squarely before his own. Hypervigilance. Because he carries the burden of being Ryomen Sukuna's vessel, Yuji's sense of safety is externalized. So, in other words, he only feels truly safe when his loved ones are secure, so this might lead him to live in a state of constant, low-grade alert to ensure you are never in harm's way. Emotional resilience and support. Beyond physical protection, Yuji is a highly empathetic, social butterfly who excels at making people feel welcome and heard. As your boyfriend, he is your biggest cheerleader, encouraging you to step out of your comfort zone while providing a sunny and stable emotional home base. The curse of distance. Yuji's desire to protect you from his own inner darkness or curse, such as the dangers of Sukuna taking control and hurting you, or worse, could lead him to inadvertently create a hidden distance. He'd avoid sharing his own burdens to keep you from being weighed down by them. Yuta Okkotsu. Yuta Okkotsu is intensely, almost terrifyingly protective of you as his girlfriend. His protectiveness is not born from a desire for control, but from a profound, traumatic fear of loss and a core belief that love is the most twisted curse of all. Absolute devotion. Yuta is motivated almost entirely by love and the desire to be needed. As your boyfriend, he centers his entire world around your safety, viewing his immense power primarily as a tool to ensure you never experience the pain he has endured. Unbridled rage against threats. While normally polite and soft-spoken, Yuta possesses a dark side that emerges when his loved ones are harmed. If you're threatened, he becomes cold and ruthless, willing to become a monster or sacrifice himself to eliminate the danger. Constant vigilance. Due to his past with Rika, he is hyper-aware of how quickly life can change. He visits you every day if you were hurt and struggles with immense guilt, especially if he wasn't there to protect you. The Rika Guard. Even after the original curse was broken, Rika remains as an extension of his will. So, Yuta leaves Rika, or her manifested form, to guard you in his absence, ensuring you are never truly alone or defenseless. Emotional shielding. Yuta is deeply empathetic and sensitive to your moods. He protects your peace of mind by taking on all the heavy burdens himself, so you don't have to. Isolation as protection. If Yuta perceives himself as a danger due to his status as a special grade sorcerer or the enemies he attracts, he might try to isolate himself from you, not out of a lack of love, but as a desperate attempt to keep you out of the crosshairs of the jujitsu world. Choso Kumo. Choso Kumo is unwaveringly and self-sacrificially protective of you. His protectiveness is an extension of his core identity as an older brother, which is defined by a sense of duty, sacrifice, and unconditional love. Silent watchfulness. Choso is naturally reserved and quiet, often fading into the background. His protectiveness isn't necessarily loud or boastful, it is a constant, steady presence that makes you feel perpetually safe. Extreme self-sacrifice, as seen in his battles against powerful foes like Kenjaku and Sukuna, Choso has no issue sacrificing his life if it means the person he cares about can survive. Emotional resilience. Choso serves as a strong, emotional listener. He protects you from emotional turmoil by being your stable rock, even when he himself is struggling with his complex half-human, half-curse identity. Ultimate bodyguard instinct. Choso views the role of a protector as walking the path ahead of those he loves. He physically shields you from any danger, often disregarding his own injuries to ensure your safety. Blood-bound vigilance. Utilizing his blood manipulation technique, Choso can remain hyper-aware of his surroundings. Just as he senses the impending death or distress of his brothers, he develops a similar, deep-seated intuitive connection to your well-being. Absolute loyalty. Choso is a deeply loyal man who considers a committed partner as the whole world. He is willing to cut off unnecessary connections and dedicate his entire life to your peace and security. Toge Inumake. Toge Inumake is thoughtfully and selflessly protective of you. Because his own voice is a weapon that can unintentionally harm those he loves, his protectiveness is defined by constant restraint and subtle vigilance rather than outward aggression. Physical presence. Since Inumake cannot express his protectiveness with words, he relies heavily on physical touch. He would likely stay close to you in crowds, holding your hand or resting an arm around your shoulder to ensure your safety. Written reassurance. To protect your peace of mind, Inumake leaves frequent notes or texts with messages like, "I love you," or "make sure to eat," to keep you feeling cared for even when he's on a mission. Ready for danger. As one of the most powerful students at Jujutsu High, Inumake is always prepared to use his curse speech to immobilize anyone who threatens you. He is calm and level-headed in desperate situations, serving as a reliable shield. Self-sacrificial guard. Inumake has a history of throwing himself into danger for others without a second thought, so expect him to do the same for you, especially when you're going up against a powerful foe. Much like how he did during the Kyoto Exchange event when he continued to fight the special grade curse alone, even after his throat gave out and he began vomiting blood. Vigilant silence. His entire lifestyle, speaking only in rice ball ingredients, is an act of protection. Inumake is hyper-aware of his voice and volume around you, ensuring he never accidentally curses you. Intense emotional insight. Despite his limited vocabulary, Inumake is highly observant and caring. He'd sense your distress before you even speak, offering quiet support through actions like a calming hand on your back or a gentle high five.